What's up guys, Houndish here, and today we're jumping in with a preview for the weekly reset coming this Tuesday, the 19th of November. And of course, this week we see the launch of Act 2 for Revenant, the second episode for the final shape year. And that means we'll see new activity content, new rewards, an update to the story for Revenant, and of course, most of us have probably forgotten what's going on with that since a lot of it was dumped in the first sort of hour of Act 1. So it'll be interesting to see how that progresses this week. But additionally, with the update this week, we've got 7 changes, new rewards being introduced, reward buffs that'll take place over the next couple of weeks, free items, and a handful of other things to round up in the video today. So, as always guys, I hope you enjoy this one. If you find it useful, a rating below really does help us on the channel. But now, without further delay, let's get into it. And first up today, we are going to see a refresh for the Revenant content. So the first thing to take note of is that we should have new story quest steps for Act 2. Of course, when Act 1 dropped, we got all of the story stuff in the first week, and it'll be the same for Act 2. So it's going to be interesting to see how all of that pans out, and we're anticipating probably an hour or two of gameplay to get through the story components for this week. But additionally, we'll see the arrival of the Tomb of Elders, which is the new seasonal activity for Act 2. Once again, Ido will have various different upgrades and tonics related to that, and there'll be a few new weapons, the shotgun and SMG from the Scorn themed set, as well as a returning grid skipper. And so there'll be a few things there to go after, and let us know if you're looking forward to the new Revenant content down in the comment section. Additionally though, with the launch of Act 2, Bungie have said that we'll get 2 weeks of doubled rewards inside of the Vespers host dungeon. This certainly relates to the legendary loot pool. I'm not sure that it affects Icebreaker, but if you're looking to farm weapons, of course, or armor, whether it's the normal or artifice variants, double drops will be very useful. And of course, for the legendary stuff, we can play this as many times as we like. Not only this week, but the double rewards will still be in effect next reset as well. So let us know if you're jumping into that, and good luck picking up some of those drops. Next up though, let's get on to some weekly challenges for the start of Act 2. And firstly, we've got Resurrection to complete part 1 of Act 2, Grave Robber. Of course, we'll get all of the parts in the first day, so we'll be unlocking the first weekly challenge for the next 3 weeks, I believe. On top of that though, there's Ritual Ornament to acquire any ornament for the seasonal ritual weapon. Then we have Round and Round We Go to generate orbs of power in Vanguard, Gambit, or Crucible playlists. Plus there's Heating Up to rapidly deal final blows to Scorn in Gambit or Vanguard Ops activities, and we have a couple of classified challenges there. More than likely, they relate to the story stuff and the Tomb of Elders. So we'll discover those as we get into the game. Over to the Vanguard for the week though. Firstly, the Grandmaster Nightfall catch-up node will go live this week. So if you're looking to earn Conqueror, or indeed guild it, we'll now start to be able to do that. But for the featured Nightfall this week, it will be Birthplace of the Vile, so that one's returning for Act 2. We're not sure exactly what the Nightfall weapon will be, as there are still 2 weeks left in the rotation with unconfirmed weapons, but I'll keep you guys posted on that with the reset on Tuesday. Additionally, as far as we understand it, Trials should return on Friday, so look out for that one, but for featured raid and dungeon content, initially this week, we'll have Deepstone Crypt, where we can pick up Eyes of Tomorrow. Of course, the legendary and exotic loot is totally farmable when the raid is featured. Plus we'll have Root of Nightmares featured this week as well, and that can drop the conditional finality, so a couple of good exotics to go after there. But onto dungeons, initially, Prophecy will also be featured. There's some nice legendary weapons to go after there. And we'll additionally get Ghosts of the Deep featured this week as well, which can of course drop the Navigator, so plenty of stuff to go after if you're after chasing older dungeon and raid loot. Additionally though, in the Legends tab, the exotic mission this week will be Presage, so another opportunity to pick up the Dead Man's Tale Scout Rifle. Onto our final couple of items though. For Days of Eternity, we've got Rotation 3 drops, and that includes the Scatterhorn and Lightkin armor sets, as well as a bunch of Splicer weapons and world drops from Forsaken. And those are additional random drops at the end of those activities. Then for the featured Lost Sectors this week, firstly, for Tuesday, we'll have the Blooming Deep on the Pale Heart, and these activities can drop world weapons as well as exotic engrams on solo completions. November 20th will be the Forgotten Deep in the Pale Heart. Then for the 21st, we'll move over to Savathun's Throne World with Extraction. November 22nd will be Sepulture, and then for the 23rd, we'll see Metamorphosis featured. Finally though, on the Moon, we'll have K1 Revelation for November 24th, and Bay of Drowned Wishes in the Dreaming City for November 25th. Speaking of the Dreaming City though, the Ascendant Challenge this week will be Aura Borea, which we can find in Ephelion's Rest in the Strand, so pretty easy to get to, but if you want some gameplay of the location and collectibles, we'll run that at the end of the video. And of course, for the update this week, there'll also be a bunch of sandbox tuning changes, so there's a few weapon adjustments, armor changes, and adjustments to supers. I've got a separate breakdown of all of those sandbox changes if you want to check them out, so I'll link that down below. But otherwise, we'll be discovering a lot of the content updates and new content as we get into the game this week. So let us know what you're looking forward to down in the comment section. If you found the video useful, a rating below really does help us on the channel. And once again, get subscribed so I can keep you up to date with all of the new content and updates related to the game. Otherwise though, cheers for tuning in, and I hope you guys have an awesome day.